Hi everyone, this is Anthony Giuliano with the Linked Institute blog, and today we're going to take a look at the different ways in which you can view your newsfeed on the LinkedIn homepage. When you log in, you'll notice that right under the share button there is text that says all updates. When you scroll over that, you'll see that a menu drops down with different options. Because the word recent is in black, as you see here, that means what I'm looking at are the most recent activity from my connections. Now, you can see that some connections have been endorsed. Philip shared an update. Anna Liz endorsed another connection. Well, a lot of times people complain because they're seeing too much of things that they don't value, whether that be endorsements or connections or other things. There's a couple different ways to change that. If instead of recent, I select top, for example, what I see in my news feed changes. You see a status update from CEO Jeff Weiner, from Shane Grantham, a status update, Thomas Carroll, Christina Johnson. Now, what top means are the status updates from connections that have generated the most activity, likes, shares, and comments, etc. So really results in something completely different being shown, and it tends to weed out the things that have a little bit less value. Now you also notice that you have the option of looking at all updates, just shares, just profiles, companies, jobs, news, or your own updates. So let's take a look at a couple examples here. If I click on your updates, what that's going to show me is the update that I've posted to LinkedIn. All right. Now let's say I wanted to look at just updates, not endorsements, not anything else from my connections. Click on share, and you'll notice that we're back to those top shares. Now, I can also combine some of these menu items. Let's say I look at recent, for example, and I'm looking at just shares. That's going to take away endorsements and some of the other things that aren't stat updates from my connections. Now, a couple other examples I want to show you. Companies, when I click on that, will show me activity around company pages. In other words, who have my connections decided to follow and those types of things. And then one last example, if I go under updates, if my scroll bar will let me, if I go under updates and I go to news, you'll see I now see what news categories my connections have decided to follow. So what I'd recommend you do is play around with that a little bit. Know that the defaults change every time you go back to LinkedIn, so you may have to adjust those settings once you leave the site and come back, but it's a good way of getting exactly what you want from your news feed and not accepting the default. If you have any questions for me, drop a comment at the bottom of this video, or connect with me on the Linked Institute blog, which you can find at anthonygiuliano.com. Thanks.